I'm here with Stephen. He's flown all the way in from Dortmund this morning just for the protest. Dublin, all the way for the protest. Tell me why you came all the way from Dublin today.
I've supported Spurs for 51 years, and I feel to see the way the club is, the direction it's gone, not just in the last 25 years, but even before that. Like I remember the 80s and the 90s. The 80s, yeah, okay, we had good times in the 80s, but the 90s were very, very bad. And I says, no, I felt now something has to be done. With the ownership in there, they don't care about the club. We're looking at the signs coming up, NFL, Formula One. That's not Tottenham. You know, we're a football club. We need people like this. We need fans to come and support the club, and pay over a lot of money, but it's not happening. The success is not there, and I think people at this stage are now, I have to say, I've had to been in the number 8 pub there, and there's a lot of people in there who, to me, are just going to the match and supporting the idea of shop. That's been in the merchandise shops and the whole lot. I feel that's wrong. I mean, if you're coming here today, I think we have to support the whole, the change that's going on. Have you any questions other than?
Yeah, I was about to say, so you came all the way from Dublin just for this. Are you going into the game or no?
No, I was offered a ticket. A guy I work with has a cousin that lives in Islington who's a season ticket holder. He wasn't going to the game. I said, I'm going over to the match today. I'm going over to the protest. He says, do you want a ticket for the match? I can get you his season ticket. I says, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to go to the match. I just want to come over here. I want to speak to people like Steph. I want to just see, what's happening around the club. I'm not interested in the game today. I feel the season is gone. And I don't think, even if we win 10-0 today, what's going to happen? I actually was on the tube with a load of Southampton supporters, and they were actually laughing at me. And I felt embarrassed. There was about 8 of them, and I'm standing on the tube, and they're all going, what's the story with Spurs? You know what I mean? We're going to beat you today. And I says, you probably will. And I says, personally, I'm only here for the protest march. I'm not here for the match. I said, you enjoy the game. And I said, if you win, you win. Fair play. But I says, unfortunately, I says, the mentality of the Spurs fans now, it's just gone. I mean, even if we win 5-0 today, I don't think there's going to be. I don't know. Maybe there will be celebrations in there, but I just think the whole place will just be.
What does change though actually mean for you?
Obviously, getting rid of the ownership first of all, but to get the right ownership, we need people to come in that are interested in the club. If you take Newcastle as an example, I know that the Saudis came in there and a whole lot. They had a bit of interest in the club, and okay, they couldn't spend the money they probably wanted to spend. But I feel if we can get someone in that's actually really, really, I'm not saying a Spurs supporter, but someone that wants to develop not the area, but the amount of people that we have coming to games, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like I went to the old Spurs Stadium. I've been come over here for the last 30 years, and I just feel now it's
just disappointing, isn't it? Just disappointing. It is sad.
Over here to go to a march that the whole club is just kind of seems to be falling apart, and I don't know what it is. Just maybe you can blame Ange. Fair enough. A lot of what he's done is wrong, but you're going back 25 years, and can you blame him for what's been there before? We've had very good managers in the past. Even Harry Redknapp, to be fair, he wasn't backed. I know Harry is a bit of a maverick and he can do his own thing, but he wasn't backed, and he wanted certain players to come in, and he thought he could bring the club forward. He wasn't given the players he wanted. So even going back to then, we could have been we should be where Liverpool, City, I know they are, and Chelsea, I know they've had a lot of money, but we've had I suppose we've had a lot of good players here that to me the talents were wasted. Modric, Bale, You know, people like that, even Harry Kane. You know, it's an awful shame that he's not here today. Like, you know what I mean? If we'd have given him what he wanted, he'd be playing for us today. Absolutely. You know, and that's the sad thing. And unfortunately, until the mentality changes around what's in there, who's up there now eating their caviar and drinking their champagne. Until that changes, all these protests won't mean a thing. He's up there probably laughing at us now, Levy, going, well, they're out there, they're still spending money, I don't care. A lot of them are going in there now and they probably will spend money in the stadium. Personally, I come over and I'm not going to spend a penny in there. I'm not going into that Spurs shop, and I won't be going in there again until change happens.
Credit to you, mate. Credit to you.